Hello and welcome to another episode of Industry Celebrities. My name is Kimberly Scott. Industry Celebrities is a podcast where I interview industry professionals in any industry and ask them questions about their industry or passion. Plus, my guests share a little advice to their younger self. If you want to tune into other episodes, you could do so by going to thatkimberly.com/convo to choose which platform you prefer to listen to, whether it's iTunes, Spotify, Google, YouTube, and now Amazon Alexa. So now that I got that out of the way, I'd like to introduce today's guest, Miss Marci Brand. Hello, Marci.
Hey there.
Thank you for joining me today.
It's absolutely my pleasure.
Thank you so much. Well, tell the listeners a little bit about yourself and what industry you're in.
Well, I own a company called Creative Marketing Concepts, and that's basically sort of like a marketing partner to property management. So that is owners, developers, and managers of apartment communities.
Really? When you say partner, what does that entail, and how long have you been doing this?
Well, the company has been around for 29 years now, believe it or not.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. And prior to that, I was in property management. So I think it's probably, which is hard to believe since I'm so young, but it's probably about 35 years that I've been involved in the industry. Yeah. And when I say marketing partner, we used to say marketing department, but if it involves marketing in an apartment community, including training, leasing consultants and fair housing, and it's basically full service marketing.
Okay.
So it's basically, whatever it is, we provide that service.
Okay, got it. And how did you get your start in the apartment industry?
Well, I think like a lot of people in this industry, I fell into it. It was not something that I thought I was going to do. It certainly wasn't something that when I was in college, I said, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I was selling pharmaceuticals.
That's a different whole different world.
Yeah, whole different world. And these are legal pharmaceuticals, by the way. And I was contacted by a headhunter who asked me if I was interested in a marketing position with a property management company, and I was ready for a change, and that's how it happened.
What is your degree in?
Well, and this is the odd thing, is my degree is in urban studies.
Wow.
So kind of like urban planning. So there's kind of a connection there, but it's a basic liberal arts degree. So there was a lot of different things that you could apply to any kind of industry.
So from pharmaceuticals to the apartment industry, and once you got in, you never got out.
And that happens to a lot of people.
Yes,
in
absolutely.
Property management. They may get out for a little bit, but then they come back, and because we do marketing services for so many different clients, every day is a new challenge and very exciting.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing about being in the apartment industry?
The fact that we are helping people help other people. It's the human element, I think, is what I really like about it the most.
It definitely is.
That and the constant, like I said earlier, no day is ever the same.
Yeah, it is not. The
No.
organized or managed chaos is definitely something that being in the apartment industry, we all get very good at. And as well.
I like the idea of managed chaos, actually. That's a good phrase.
I'll give that credit to Miss Nicole Block out of Texas. She coined that word in one of our earlier podcasts, and it made a lot of sense. It was like, absolutely, every day is different for sure. What advice would you give to someone who was looking to get into the apartment industry? If they didn't have a recruiter, I should say.
I would tell them that they should actually really give it a shot. They'll know within the first 6 months if it's something that they want to do. But I'm constantly encouraging people to look at the property management industry as a career.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we have a real challenge in property management in finding people who are a good fit, because I don't know that a lot of people think of it as a career.
Yes.
But there's plenty of opportunity for growth.
Yes, absolutely. All the way around. There's so many people I know that started as porters, leasing representatives, and now they're, either a regional, they move their way up from, maintenance supervisor or manager all the way up to senior VP to president of
Yeah.
different companies out there. So there's lots of growth opportunity in the apartment industry.
Oh, definitely. And that's something that has become a passion of mine. I have an all-female company,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody.
Congratulations and kudos to you.
Thank you. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
It's something we're very proud of. But one of the things is that everybody that works for me, I bring them from different areas,
Mm-hmm.
and they learn about property management, and then I work with them on developing their skills and growing. And if I could brag a little bit, I think maybe that's why the average tenure I have with the company right now is 12 years.
Awesome. That is.
So,
It's your company definitely takes that, morphs that shape from you. You teach and mentor your people. They stay longer, they're happier, less turnover is huge. It says a lot that your staff stays as long as they do. And when they go, you're happy to see them on to bigger and better things. Am I right or am I wrong?
oh yeah, actually, one of our team members has grown with another property management company,
Awesome.
and and she's now involved with marketing with a major property management company.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
So it is something I'm very proud of, and I've got a great team.
Yeah. Well, great. That's awesome to hear. So, the one standing question of this podcast, then we will get to, is what would you tell your younger self?
What I would tell my younger self is, keep your eyes open for opportunities that may come from, areas you never thought of. That, don't get caught up in what you think your career path should be.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, just be open to opportunities. So, the perfect example is me. A headhunter calls me out of the blue and, says, would you like to interview for this job? Well, I had never even heard of property management. And I was like, well, sure, I'll give it a shot. But I think that a lot of times now people kind of like they have in their head, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. And
Mm-hmm.
there are a lot of opportunities that kind of sneak up on you. And if you
Yeah.
don't have your eyes open, you miss out.
Yes, I agree. And if you're not open to even just having the conversation,
Yeah.
because if you shut it down before you even know what it's all about, if that had been you, you would have missed the window to get into the apartment industry.
Yeah. And then likewise, a couple years into the apartment property management, all of a sudden the person who owned the company that I was working for approached me and said, I think we should start a company.
Mm-hmm.
And I had never thought I would own my own company. That was something that, I never thought of. And I was like, all right, let's have that conversation. And so we started it. And then 2 years later, I bought them out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So I am like a walking example of just be open.
Mm-hmm. And then that way you try something and you don't ever have any regrets, because at least you can say you tried it and what happened, whether it worked out or not, but you tried it. There's no regrets after that.
Right. And don't be afraid of failure. That's part of growth.
Yes, absolutely. 100%. I agree with that. I think as we get older, we get more comfortable with those things. It takes a little bit.
It's a lot easier to be able to sit here now and say that to my younger self, that
Yes.
it totally is okay to fail.
Yeah.
It's not like getting an F in, back in school.
Correct. As long as you get back up and try again, for sure. Yeah. Try again. Well, that's great advice to your younger self, and hopefully the younger selves out there that are the younger folk, I should say, that are listening will take that into consideration as they adventure out into the world. I wish I had others like you and, this advice so that I could go back and listen when I was younger I don't know if I'd have listened to it, but hindsight's always 2020. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Yeah, I don't know if I would have listened to it too. So
at least we can admit those things. So how can listeners get a hold of you if they'd like to learn more about you and creative marketing solutions?
well, they can email me, and that's mbrand, B-R-A-N-D, at, and it's rather long, getcreativemarketing.com.
Just like it's spelled.
Just like it's spelled. And I'm also on LinkedIn, Marci Brand.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're on our website, we've got all the links to everything on social media as well.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you again, Marci. I really appreciate you giving me your time today.
It was an absolute pleasure.
Thank you. And remember to hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel, iTunes, Anchor, and or follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, LinkedIn, Instagram, all those great places. And until next week, stay positive and remember, sharing is caring. Thank you, Marci. Have a great one.
You too.